Okay, well, hello, it's me, Amber Hyde, again. I'm here with the second tutorial for how to make this second bow. In video 1, I showed you how to make this pretty little yellow bow using the Bow Easy. And for this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this second bow here, which is made just kind of freehand with no tools or anything like that. Just all you're going to need for this is some ribbon, and some good ribbon. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use the same base as the one we just finished with our little yellow bow, but this time I'm going to be using a different color ribbon. This one is Fine Linen, also by Paper Tray Ink, and it's also the Saddle Stitch, my favorite, which you'll probably see on 8 of the 10 cards you might see on my blog. Okay, so for this bow here, hopefully my arms don't get in your way. I'm still trying to figure out this whole video tutorial thing and how to make sure that you're seeing what I need you to see. So I'm gonna try to go slow. Okay, so first you want to lay down your ribbon on your desktop, and then lay your card front or your card on top of that ribbon, kind of like so. You want to make sure that you have enough ribbon over here on your left hand side, because that's what you're gonna be looping with. Okay, and I also just kind of leaving most of the ribbon on the roll for now, and I'll cut it probably closer towards the end so that I don't, waste too much ribbon. So the first thing you're going to do for this one is you're going to bring, kind of at the same time, bring over your right hand side and then the left hand ribbon on top of the right, kind of like this. Can you see? Hopefully you can see this okay. Okay, and so after this step, you're going to take your left tail and you're going to tuck it right under the right piece and kind of pull up like this. And at this point, I really like to pull tight. You want to pull tight as you can and make sure your ribbon tails are nice and flat, and you don't have too many wrinkles or tangles in your ribbon over here, if that makes any sense. Okay, and once you have your ends pulled nice and tight, you're going to take your middle finger, and I apologize, I'm not giving you the bird. This is just the finger that's easiest for me to use. So you're going to take your middle finger and you're going to put it right in the middle where your ribbon connected. Okay, and then you're going to take your pointer finger and kind of use this to hold your ribbon as you loop that right piece around your index finger like this. And you want to grab it down here close to the bottom and hold it tight, and then you're going to take your left tail and wrap that around your loop made with your right ribbon, and then with the tail you're going to kind of just tuck it in to that little loop that you just made, okay, kind of like this, and you can pull. This point, before I pull too tight, I really start shaping my bow and pulling the tails, because I like, as I mentioned in my first video, I like really poofy bows with little shorter ends. So this point of my bow making process probably is the longest process, just because I am such a perfectionist when it comes to my bows. So I will several times just stick my fingers into those little loops and just tug on them, make them really tight. Okay, and then I'll kind of look at how it's looking so far and adjust it. I'll probably do this 3-4 times before I'm happy, depending on how everything is looking. This one's not too terrible, and I gotta admit, when I'm using paper tray ribbon, usually I get the bow I want the first or second time, just because, like I said, it's such great ribbon and it ties well and it holds its shape really well also. If I'm using some of the more how do you say, the more, a little bit cheaper ribbon that you might get at Michael's, that's like in the dollar bin, or, some of the really cheap ribbons might not hold their shape as well. It's a different kind of fabric, I guess you would say, and they don't all hold as well. So at this point, just because I'm just doing a demonstration for you, I'm pretty happy with what I've got. If I was putting this on a card, I'd probably work it a little bit more, just because it's not, some of these ends aren't quite as flat as I would like them, but you get the general idea. And hopefully it was easy enough to follow so that you kind of see. No two bows is really ever going to look alike, at least they don't when I make them. Because, like I said, some days I'll work them a little bit longer than others. Like today, I'm just going to kind of give up on this one. But you're going to take your scissors again and just go ahead and trim those ends. I like them kind of short. I am weird like that, but most people I think like longer tails. But for me, I like poofy loops and short tails. So there you have it. There's ribbon number or bow number 2.